What up, Doe Ledge here? Chill with me. Wake y'all asses up. Good morning. Good morning, Battle Rap. Good morning, Battle Rap World. No breakfast. Tired, man. It's been a long weekend, so I'm just gonna get straight to the shits, man. Announcements were made for URL's upcoming event after the Drake card. I know the name of it, Till Death Do Us Part. I'm calling it the Drake card because it's the Drake card. It's the Drake card, and that's how everybody else refers to it. But it's called Till Death Do Us Part. It's going down this weekend on Caffeine. I'm hearing like maybe 500 to 600 tickets for that event. So cop those if it's not too late. Pretty sure with an event that got a couple of days left, with more than a couple of days, less than a week though, could be sold out. I don't know. I'm staying my black ass home, so it don't matter. But after that is volume season. Smack volume 8 and 9. We already there. We like very close to double digits. And for Smack volume 8, these are the three battles that we all know is going down. It goes as follows: Averb versus Head Ice, DNA versus King Los, and B Dot versus Av, which I think is a welcoming addition to this card that feels like specifically with the first two poor timing battles. I'm never going to forget the face off with Swamp and T Top when Swamp just admittedly said, "I feel like this battle is happening too late, but they gave me the bread, the opportunity, so I'm like, fuck it." But it played out exactly what he thought. I mean, we all remember Mayweather and Pacquiao battle. I mean, fought 5 years way too late. 5 years too late. And particularly with Verb and Ice, you're talking about more than a decade too late, in my opinion. It could be something though. We've been wrong I remember when people thought Ice and Rum was random and wouldn't make sense and wind up being a classic. I can give you other instances, and battles end up being fire. So there's no exact science to this, but I'm just going off initial reaction. And sometimes you want to have a battle that even if it doesn't live up to the excitement, there's excitement going into the battle. I don't think there's much for Ice and Verb. DNA and King Los was a little more current, but I do remember them having like a huge back and forth maybe 3.5 years ago, right after I think it was it Los had Ice, and then DNA, I think it's around the time he battled Mickey Fax, could have been, I don't know, but I feel like around that time things were really heating up, and I wanted to see that battle. Now that one I actually still got a good feeling about. Like, it could be good. It depends on if Los studies his own game tapes and is studying the game tapes of what works in a volume setting. If he works on that, that could be something very good. Also, you got to remember, and this is very important, when Los and DNA had that back and forth, that exchange, content-wise, that was a totally different DNA than the DNA we know now. The DNA that was, throwing shots at King Los 3 or 4 years ago was the DNA that we seen grow up, which is current event bar, quick punches, 4-bar, then hit you, freestyle rebuttals, things like that. Things like that. It was kind of traditional, I guess the word was. Now, if you look, it's much more heavier substance, more layered. His writing, his pen done got better. And, he's just not in that same mind space anymore. So I don't know if Los is conscious of that. I know B-Dot was, which he mentioned in their battle about this whole transformation in your content and what you believe in and what you don't believe in and things like that. Now, when Los takes that same route, he would have to be better than what B-Dot was, which was really good, and you would have to either match that or exceed that. So that's a tough order for King Los, but Los is intelligent. I think he claims he's smarter than everybody. So we'll see. We'll see just how smart you are. Yeah, I'm looking forward to to seeing that. And with B Dot and Av, speaking of B Dot has not been on social media on any of the social outlets too crazy. I can't remember last time he tweeted or I seen something flash on the screen from someone else liking a comment of his or anything like that. And that could be great. Like, oh, and people always just have their own jump to conclusions often. Some people like, oh, he about to really be in this bag. That mean he in this bag. That mean he locked in. You know what I'm saying? Or he could be really going through some shit. You just don't know. He's as he should be. He's only probably divulging any type of info to the close ones he finds as homies and real life family. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know, but I do know I'm probably more excited about this matchup than the other two by a distance. Because with Av and B Dot, these are two brothers that rarely lose and are just flat out tough to beat. It's going to be interesting seeing how B Dot tries to like angle against Av, because Av is pretty much, I mean, anybody can be angled on, but he's a little harder to really find subjects to match that are accurate and that will translate well on cam, and something that the people will care about Av. The closest person who came to doing it and I liked it was DNA to me, with the whole angle about his music and his lack of business sense, the marketing, and DNA being a person who does great in that same lane of marketing and promotion. He was the perfect person to have that conversation with him. That's why it went over well. Because if somebody else was saying it to him, but you're like kind of in that same boat, like you don't market, you don't promote, you're not on ESPN and all this stuff, you can't talk that shit. But coming from DNA, I thought it hit even more. So we'll see what B Dot approaches, what kind of topics he chooses, but that's gonna be a tough sell. I kind of feel like I know what Av is going to say to B Dot, but Av is one of those guys that's on that pedestal where even if you know where he's going with it, he can still make it fire because he's just that good of a writer when it comes to setups and punches. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be one. That could be one of those top 20 battles, man. We doing the top 20 battle end of the year, and me and Nico on YouTube. Check it out. It will be going down the top 20 battles of 2021. And if they're at their best, that's for sure making it. Just gotta see what happens next. The fact that I'm hearing that there's 2 volumes though worries me a little bit. It worries me. I don't know if Smack and those guys confirmed it, but I've been, when I'm on caffeine or when I'm talking to people, I hear it like that's the consensus. That's a lock. That's for sure. So we'll find out. But if so, I don't know how I feel about it. Also hearing DNA is on both volumes. If he's hitting King Los on here, I would like to see him either get Daylight or Easy, depending on who's available and the timing and all that. But I'm a little worried about the volumes because volume 1 kicked off so great in such a great way that it had somebody like me instantly typing on Twitter in places, oh, this is what I want to see on volume 2. After volume 1, I immediately said Rum versus Chilla. This is perfect for them. Now, it didn't happen immediately. I think they didn't battle each other till Smack volume 5, but it was so worth the wait, and it was an incredible battle. But that's what the very first one, that's what it had me on. Like, I want to see more of this. Now, I believe the first year, it was like top of the year, then one at the end of the year. So even though it was 2 in the same year, that was more reasonable. One at the top, one towards the end of the year. But back-to-back months we're talking, I just don't know. I just don't know how that play. I feel like they could have went a different route with wherever the options were. A second volume the very next month. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I do know it does give opportunity for people who've never been on a volume to appear on one. So you got the class of UM1, like your Kid Chaos, your Easy, your Fonz, your Real Six, your Jada Nightwings, like people from that UM1, your Don Marinos, whoever. I feel like a good Luke Castro, 3 to 4 of those guys should be on each of these volumes at least 3, maybe more. Because, you had Easy make the breakthrough on Summer Madness. I think Easy and Real Sick was both on Known, right? Yeah, because Real Sick bombed on Danny. Easy kind of, to me, easily cleared Rex pretty effortlessly. So add some more of these guys. Lou was on Summer Madness. So I think we can start putting them in the rotation more frequently. We don't have to always rely on the legends to fill out a whole card and then kind of have maybe one new guy's like a novelty act. You know what I'm saying? We could really push this thing forward, man. So, I like to see Ace. In the volume. I think he can go crazy in there. And just to kind of get that win back. That shit, because that shit against Swamp, man, that left a mark, bro. That left a mark. But he flew past that, and he's still a relevant name, and name that people want to see, such as myself. So I want to see Ace on the volume. Again, a lot of the UM1 guys. I don't think any of the UM4 people will get looked at. I think it's too soon for them. But you never know. I could see Kid Slade being a part of it because they just like him. Like, even the vets like him, like, Goods, like, I like this kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when you got those people backing you, you can climb the ladder much quicker than somebody else. So that's what that is. But I don't know how I feel about that, but what I will say again, these 3 matches, it's weird because the way you see it from A-Verb and Ice all the way to B-Dot and Av, I get more excited as, you go from Head Ice and Verb to B-Dot and Av. Like, my excitement level for Verb and Head Ice on a scale of 1 to 10 is about like at a 5. My excitement level for DNA and Kid Los is like at a 6.5. But like my excitement level for B-Dot and Av is probably like at a 9. Like, I really want to see the type of conversation that B-Dot wants to have and how good the punching will have to be from Av to nullify the heavy layered substance by B-Dot. This is styles make fights. This can be one of those big style clashes that works. So we'll see. Salute to URL continuing to help push the culture forward. And yeah, man, that's it. Up next, King of the Dot Season 1 in the North, not Detroit, in Michigan. I was about to give y'all the benefit of the doubt and say Detroit, but we ain't gonna do that. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you how that went down. King of the Dot Season 1, the North wrapped things up on their side with a couple of important battles to decide who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. Shout out to King of the Dot again for having me. Every time they've been in Detroit or in Michigan, anywhere, they've always welcomed me and embraced what I do and have me pull up. And, shout out to them and their sponsors, Monster Energy. I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple. I'm usually against energy drinks, but what can I say, man? The shit was hitting. Shit was hitting. I had like 2 or 3 of them joints. Not gonna lie, they did their thing. Shout out to Monster, man. Yeah. So some important battles went down. The first one had playoff implications as Shotty P took on Dallas Cash, and Dallas Cash has just he kind of reminds me of Fate in a way, him and someone else, where they got quality performances, but they keep going against people who got quality performances like lined up for them as well. And in this one, the judges gave it to Shotty P. I'm not gonna lie, I edged it slightly to Dallas Cash off first watch being in the building. I think I gave him the round where he rebutted, which I believe was the third. I believe was the third. Or no. Yeah, it might have been the third. Or in a second, maybe. The judges gave it to Shotty P. I don't know how unanimous the score was or anything like that. I was in the building. I don't know. The fan votes went to Shotty P. So it was a wrap. So Shotty P had enough points to get fourth place at the moment. It was all dependent upon what Times did, who was 2-0, going into his battle against Cash Money, another guy that just keep getting unfortunate breaks. This was one of the best back and forths of the whole season. No region is excluded. Like just the intent, off sheer intensity, man. And they homies. Like, don't get it twisted. They really homies. But the intensity, I thought Times had better bar quality than I know he has bar quality, but it was even up higher at, like, the slider went up a notch in this one to me. Cash Money, the same way. They was fucking each other's names up. The Cash, the Money, the Times flips, like, they was flipping each other's name like they was a part of the Olympic, gymnast team, bro, for the men. They was flipping the hell out of each other's names, but most of it was hitting. Again, the energy was up, and you can tell that they wanted that bag. Like, they was rapping like a bag was on the line, and that's what you like to see. The judges gave it the Times. I believe it was a closer battle, and it was so close. Unfortunately, when you have close battles, no matter how good you were, it penalizes you because you're sharing the points with your opponent, even if you beat them. So that brings you down in the point system, and Times was not able to go and surpass Shotty P. So Shotty P remained in the tournament, in the season, and will be moving on to the playoffs, holding down the fourth spot. As it stands now, because there were some battles that I can't talk about that happened that'll be dropping next week or this weekend, this Sunday coming up. But as it stands at this moment, as you're watching it, I believe it was going into the battles. It was Bill Collector first, Mac, Myron, then City, and Shotty P. So those are the four that are pretty, locked in. The rest was just for shits and giggles after that. You know what I'm saying? The rest was just for shits and giggles, man. But I don't know. I felt bad because Times was 3-0. And what's crazy is myself, and Nico, and a couple other people had this discussion about somebody can potentially be 3-0 and still not make it. And I was in my head thinking, is that even possible? Yeah, it is. It is. And I interviewed Times, and Times got into that. He thought he was penalized too badly in the 100 shot Frenchie battle, which was the first battle, because he had a big slip up. It was big. It was noticeable. I guess I wouldn't say big. It was a noticeable slip up where he said fuck or whatever, but then got it right back. But they took a lot of points away. There was a lot of points deducted, and at the end that cost them, man. And again, bad luck. It was a bad luck night for certain people. Like Times, Cash Money again was dope as shit. He be having some of my favorite lines when I'm there, no lie. Both of the Cashes, Dallas and Money, them dudes are different, man. Them dudes be saying some shit that's heavy with the content. But Shotty P and Times got the dubs, and then Mac Myron versus Gage. Gage, what the fuck this Gage been at, man? This is the Gage that people fell in love with. They fell in love with this Gage right here. He was talking to Mac filthy in that first round. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of the dopest content, the slick talk, just the confidence, the poise, the pacing to his own, moving to the beat of his own drum, not feeling rushed to get into some shit. Just having a real conversation. Man, that's the Gage that we fuck with, man. It was good to see. Good to see him back in that bag. Mac Myron. He could have coasted in this battle. He's a lock to be in the playoffs. He didn't have to go crazy, but there were some big stretches in this battle where he dumbed out, and he was really, really, really trying to prove a point and get Gage up out of here. But Gage will show resiliency. Again, it's not... I won't say he can't, but he's rarely showed me the ability to be in the fight all 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? People are looking at him as more of a 1-round marvel. You know, sometimes I do. Like, I don't know, in the 1 round, he crazy. In 3 rounds, shit falls off. But no, he was consistent. He did have hiccups in the third, though. And I think a little bit in the second, but mostly the third. And in the end, that cost him the battle. Not that it would have affected anything anyway, because he wasn't in the playoff contention. But really just for a numbers game, because Mac is really chasing Bill. So you want to get as many points, maybe become number 1 seed. And I don't know what that does exactly. But because you don't know, like, whoever you get is who you get. But yeah, it was Mac was wigging, man. So Mac got this ability to punch and still be funny and serious at the same time. It's weird. Cause he is set up with something like something violent, which is like the gangster shit. But the punch might be a cartoon, funny ass reference and make you think about that moment. So it's funny, but he does it very well. He meshes that very, very well. And he got the dub. Did he deserve it? Probably. Because I do think I had it 1-1 going into the third. And then Gage started doing his Gage shit. And then I was like, oh, he about to turn up. Then he started fucking up. Stop getting mad at y'all selves too when y'all on cam. Because I think we're giving the judges way too much credit, man. I don't think the judges always judge or take points off of little hiccups. Because I hear it when they do their judge breakdown when the camera's on them. Like, and yeah, this person had a slip up, but... And they just keep on talking. I'm like, damn, so it's not that big of a deal. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. Again, the North is done. Mac, Shotty P, Bill Collector, and who else am I getting? Oh, M City. Those are the 4 that'll be moving on from the North. That's a tough 4, man. That's a tough 4. There's, you know, City and Shotty are probably be deemed as the wild cards, with Mac and Bill as the favorites. So it's just, man, I'm looking forward to that. Again, shout out to the hospitality of King of the Dot, showing me nothing but love every time I arrive there. They know what it is. And yeah, man, we just chilling, hanging out, and enjoying battles. I don't know how it looked on cam. Maybe you guys can tell me on the comments if some battles wasn't as fire, or maybe there was a battle that people slept on. You let me know. I don't know. So we're going to stop there and actually show you a couple of behind-the-scenes takes from the battles, from the event, and also interviews with the winners. So y'all check that out and enjoy. What up, Doe? Ledge here. Chill with me, Top Tier Podcast, here live at King of the Dot S1, the North, man, the final round of this shit. We had a very close battle, and I'm saying that as a viewer, just a spectator, neutral. But in the end, Shotty P got the fucking dub over Dallas Cash. Looking kind of good to make it to the next stage, man. Looking playoff bound, man. How you feel about your performance?
Man, I'm satisfied with it. I feel like we both went out there and did our thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, that was a classic, man. We was going back and forth. Every round was a classic to me.
Yeah, now what was the difference? How did you feel? Because obviously these are 2 different guys. You went against Times, then you go against Dallas. Like, how much of a drastic change, material and approach and everything you had to take in this battle, you know, when you judge it compared to your last one with Times?
Yeah, those 2 battles was like night and day, bro. Like, with Times, it's like, you know how it is. It's battle rap. Everybody got their weaknesses that you could exploit. So it's
Absolutely.
Like, you gotta do certain shit. Like with Times, I knew if I pressed them and just showed him the energy and aggression, matched his energy, then it was gonna be close. I knew if I went in there and punched with Dallas and had some clever, funny shit, then it was gonna be close. So it's like, you gotta know what you gotta do in front of the nigga that's standing in front of you.
Yeah. Now, Now people pick on that angle about him, you know what I'm saying? Him, having a white wife, that approach, you know what I'm saying? What made you comfortable enough to still do that, even though, because judges could use that against you and be like, that's an overuse. I heard it before. What made you so confident to use that approach and still like get that dub out of that?
I feel like if you battle in Dallas Cash and you don't talk about his wife, you're not a real battle rapper, bro.
Oh my god.
You're not a real battle rapper.
Yo, wow.
You gotta talk about it, man.
And shout out to the lovely lady. She's here in attendance.
No disrespect. No, seriously, no disrespect.
Absolutely.
She a champ. She take it every time.
Never complain.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I know. So it's like, you gotta talk about it. But the thing is, you can't dwell on it. Just
drag it.
Hit it. And move on. You feel me?
That was smart. Now, you personally, how did you feel? Did you feel it was close? Did you feel it came out to the third? Some people said you had the first two kind of locked. Where did you feel like a real sense of where the battle was going?
Just being in the battle live. Of course, I always gotta watch it back, but felt like I knew I had the second. That was the most energy I got from the crowd. You feel me? I knew I got the second, but the other rounds was kind of like in the air to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I felt like I won, but it's like I still gotta watch the footage.
Yeah, man. Playoff bound, possibly. What do you feel like your chances are in making it? Actually,
chances is real good. I mean, as long as times don't get bodied or cash don't get bodied, as long as neither one of them body each other, I'm liking my chances, man.
There we go, man. And plug your shit, man. Shout out to you. Congrats. ShopBattleRap.com. I see your merch there.
Yes, sir. Go to ShopBattleRap.com. Cop some Shotty P merch. Follow me on IG, Shotty_P. And we out of here, bro.
Yeah. Salute, man. As always, keep it battle rap, peace and love. We out.
Sir.
What up, though? Ledge here. Chill with me, top tier podcast. S1 here in the north. We just saw one of the most competitive back and forth battles in the season. No region is an exception. I'm talking about all of this shit. Cash Money versus the winner. Times, man, 50K Times is in the building. Seem like every time he win, I'm around. So,
Hey, you say I don't lose, baby.
You don't be losing when I pop. So, bro, talk about it. You won the battle. They gave it to you. You are 3-0 in the season, but you missed the playoffs, man. How deflating is that?
I mean, man, at the end of the day, man, it was a great experience. The point shit, I feel like it need to be worked on. A little bit more, because it is the first time I'm doing that shit. I don't agree. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I ain't salty about it, but I don't agree. I don't know how a motherfucker go undefeated and don't make the playoffs. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, and like we said, you 3-0, and the level of competition was high for you. You start out with 100-shot Frenchie, and you got better comp as the time went on, and then you go undefeated and impressive battles. It wasn't like you was winning ugly; you was winning impressively.
Yeah.
So you would think you would reap the benefits of that. But now you sit on the outside looking in. When you look back, is there anything you thought you could have done out of the course of all three battles you thought you could have done differently?
I mean, it's obvious the only thing that changed the course of my run through the season was the 100-shot Frenchie battle. I didn't agree that stumble needed that much deduction because they fucking crucified me. You know what I'm saying?
What they gave you?
I think it was like a 1. I forgot. It was low as fuck.
It was really low?
It was low as fuck. And I didn't pause. I didn't break time. I got my bars right back and still probably won that round. You feel me? So, but like I say, I understand how this shit go, bro. I ain't,
You ain't tripping?
It's gang,
Well, what's next for you after this, man? They got to talk to you nice now. They got to talk different.
Hey, man, the ball is my court, bro. I ain't lost. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just ready for that next level, bro. I feel like I done accomplished everything except for the main stage battles, you know what I'm saying? I done battled with some big name people, so I'm just ready to get on that stage, man, and rock them crowds like I know I can, for sure.
There we go, man. What you want to plug, man? Merch, music. I know you do a lot, man. Let them know what's going on with
Hey, man, you see them new Victim Druggies just dropped, man. We got that Road Dogs album, The League Presents, dropping Halloween. If you in Detroit, make sure y'all pop out for Alpha Wing. I'm in Miami, November 5th on fucking Bomb First Battle League.
There we go.
Brought the gang out there, so I got a lot of more content coming up, and I ain't going nowhere, you know.
There we go, man. Appreciate your time as always.
Hey, always, Les, you know you my baby.
Always, man. Battle rap. We got one, man. Detroit, we got one. MBR, we got one. That's it, man. As always, keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We out.
Gang.
Australia, bro. Oh, yeah. 32 hours. I dress if you know you there. That was the only problem for me, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, you ain't get nigga. We smoke weed. Ain't no problem. That nigga said I smoke cigarettes. Nigga, we smoke weed. No, cigarettes, nigga. You be in that bitch going crazy. All day. No, all day without word. Bro, you talk about some fucking cigarettes, bro. Weed. Just imagine if you smoke weed and cigarettes. But on you already know. But look, you on the flight with the weed, you be like, man, I can't wait to get off and smoke some weed. But for cigarette, nigga, you be like,
plane for 32 hours, bro.
I'd
have to have
how long
like
you
a
was on the
private
plane?
jet, dog.
Yeah.
22
hours.
hours.
The
longest I flown was like 4 hours.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I would have been like, fuck Australia.
I'm trying to right now, bro. I'm like,
and I don't mean fuck Australia, though.
No, we love Australia. I don't love Australia. I don't love Australia, but I fuck with Australia.
But once you land, though, bro, once you land,
see, that's the thing. You gonna feel better once you land. Yeah, but
now you gotta do it
look,
again.
no, but after that, bro, when a nigga get back home, he gonna be like, man, I ain't never going back.
It gotta be a minute.
I bet,
That's a 2-day flight, bro.
I have to be drunk. What? I just have to be drunk. Like the whole morning, the whole day. I'll just be drunk.
Bro, you get tired of that airplane seat regardless.
Oh yeah, I stand
I don't care what. Yeah, I don't care what plane you on, Delta,
I'm
anything. I'll be on Delta.
every flight. I'm the nigga that go stand up in the back and go talk to the stewardess. I don't give a fuck if you gay, if you. I don't. What's up, bro? How you doing today?
9 times out of 10, you
I'm just chilling. I'm not sitting down the whole flight. Fuck that.
Where at?
I swear I'll be in the back just like this.
Delta the shit though, cause look, I get a TV. You know what I'm saying? If I got a TV while I'm in the air, I'm
even
cool
with the TV.
that.
No, yeah, you play a little game.
Yeah, because you still, because it's just.
Hey, look, think about this.
Anxious leg moving.
It's niggas that went to the West Coast to California on a 10-hour flight because they had connectors on Spirit.
Yeah, I know.
Nigga, do you know how depressing and draining that is, bro?
That shit make
Man, me and Will battled in Virginia.
Oh yeah. So still need to catch up. I've been so fucking locked in this week. I'm like so behind on all that. I need to see all these battles.
Yeah, that shit was fun though. But yeah, man, like it's like college, like because I know you a big sports guy. 'Cause I've been seeing your shit. You know, like how a coach just becomes like the new head football coach out of college or something like that. They always say you gotta win the state recruiting battles first before you go broad. That's why I feel like I kind of gotta do that because my mind was thinking national first.
Sure.
And I was talking to Will. I was like, man, I feel like I'm more known nationally than I am locally. Is that weird? And he said, no, because he is too.
Yeah.
So I was just like, really? That shocked me. He's like, yeah, man, more people know me when I'm on the road saying, hey, Will, than when I walk to Coney Island in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Is that a common thing with battles? Like, are y'all more known away from where y'all at?
I mean, it depends because, like, you know, if I, like, in Chicago, like, there's not, you know, there's a couple leagues, but, like, it's overall, like, pretty inactive. Like most of the Chicago battle raps, like, no one really takes it that serious. It's like, it's all kind of a thing people, so, like, no one's, you know, there's not, like, a Chicago battle rap community, really. Like, we come out to events, but it's kind of different. So, like, you know, I don't know a lot of those guys as well as, like, you know, everyone out at I battle, or, you know, I've spent more time here. I haven't battled in Chicago in a couple of years, so it's just like, yeah, it's people you know from online and shit more than in your city. Interesting.
Hope y'all enjoyed that. Here to wrap things up, man. again, salute. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love in the comments, subscribing to the channel, all those good things. The hats on Cash App, you see the Cash App sign right there, URLTV. Once you cash, DM me first, let me know you want to purchase the hat. I got you guys. I really appreciate it. Shout out to XQZ who purchased the hat from me. Shout out to the supporters who rock me on caffeine. You know, the mamas, the cool whips, the goose, my homeboy Goose, and somebody else. I don't want to forget. And Lawyer, shout out to Lawyer who copped the hat, like sent the money for the hat, but said instead of giving it to him, give it to someone who is quote unquote gang, my dog. So I'm giving it to a supporter who definitely held me down when I first started this whole streaming shit, which is Queen. Shout out to Queen Jimmy. And yeah, man, that's really it. I want to say appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's a big weekend, Drake weekend, the Drake card. Hopefully, if you guys are in the building, one of you people just shoot something for like 10 minutes on, 2 minutes on y'all phone. Send me some footage. Y'all will be my official in the building reporting live from the Drake card. This is insert name here. Back to you. Good morning, Battle Rap. Boom, you on the show. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. So if you at the Drake card and you want to give me like a quick recap, 2 minutes and under, this how it went, blah blah blah, atmosphere was crazy, I am such and such, signing off, good morning, Battle Rap. And then send that shit to me, bang, you're part of the show. All right, email me if you're interested, or DM me on any other socials. I'm very accessible. Peace and love, y'all. All right, keep it Battle Rap. We out.
If that nigga kill for you, he'll kill you. Ran off with it all and made the wrong move. $1 million cash, what you kill for? Just to see your music on a billboard. I seen people do worse to the ones that they love. Even when you at your lowest, they gon' drag you through the mud. But mama, I'm a thug.